Take your good, sweet time. Think about this, because some of you know your uncle, some of you yourselves are the sycophants. Whether it's in the local government house, whether it's in your church, some of you cannot say yes or no to your pastor without worrying if this answer is going to offend or make him loving you more and more. Sycophancy is one of the reasons why the Third Reich from Germany got into power. People rose and said everything Hitler says is good. Everything a man, a human being, who can make the same mistakes that you and I make, everything he says or does is good. Be very careful. Be very careful, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, sit down. Ask yourself, rub your stomach. Yes, it's a throwback morning this day. Yes, we're going to get to the throwback music, but please listen very carefully. Ask yourself this question, because when we come back from this break, I'll open the phone lines. Some of you have already started sending your message. I will read them, because we need to start to ask ourselves the truth. Our children are watching us. Your children are watching you. Your nieces and nephews, your cousins are watching you. And the question you have to ask is, how do we challenge sycophancy? How do we get to a point where we can actually tell the government and the people around that what you're doing is wrong? Yeah. our conversation this morning. I asked the question, how do we challenge sycophancy? How do we challenge this need to say yes to your leaders, whether it's your spiritual leader, whether it's your political leader, or even your boss at work? Anything your boss says, oh, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, ma. Meanwhile, the company is being run into the ground, but they're everywhere. I support this man because this man is a man of God. How do you know? But he's done something wrong. It doesn't matter. God can forgive. If God can forgive, who are we? So we have yes men. Everybody's looking for validation. A few years ago when I was in school, just about 12, 15 years ago, it was, students of Uniport, students of Unibet, don't let politicians use you. But here we are, our uncles who were shouting that time, they are using you, the young ones, for their political ambitions. You are here, running around from pillar to post. Yes, this man is a good man. Yes, he's the one. This is the best man. If we will give him all our support. He bought us chewing stick last year. He bought us turkey. They are finished fixing the road. Meanwhile, the roads are not done. Meanwhile, you still don't have. How many communities in Rivers State alone? Would you find functional primary healthcare centers? And almost every community that during the election cycle now, they will come, we are solidly behind our son, solidly behind him. Sycophants everywhere. So, as always, when you call in, do well, turn down the volume of your radio set, refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. If you didn't see or hear, please make no mention of it. And very importantly, keep your conversations civil.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. At Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X. At Nigeriainfo PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X. Then just scroll down to the link called WhatsApp, all right? And you'll find us with the number 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. All right? That's where you'll find us on WhatsApp and on Telegram. The word for today, sycophancy. Yes, spelled Sycophancy, right? Sycophancy. Behavior in which someone praises powerful or rich people in a way that is not sincere. Kind of like what you people have been doing for the past, few years, right? Right? Or wrong? Not quite sure. Anyway. Good morning, Jude. My father, you see, over here in the world, sycophancy is more of a culture than most of the so-called elders do not want to be accountable for anything. They want to be able to do whatever they please without being called to order. And when someone does, they are termed arrogant, proud, disloyal, amongst others. And my father is number one on this list. Where do you think that annoying phrase, your boy is loyal, came from? Let me stop here. Victor from Port Harcourt. Victor is accusing his own father. Zion is in GRA. Zion, good morning to you.
It's only environment where there is poverty and illiteracy, such a war, they prevalence. And that is the political class use this poverty and illiteracy as a weapon to subject the people, to keep them at ease, never to rise up. It cost Nigerian government nothing to give Nigerian youth
on your number one talk station.
Go on, please.
It
Go on,
costs us
please.
nothing. I've proposed a lot of documents on free education in this country. That is why I'm a proponent to tell you that free education is possible. When the people are not educated enough, when they don't have money or a job, the little they can eat, they value it more than anything. So what do you expect? Oh God, the boys are low. What do you think that means?
Zion, the senators, the commissioners, the PEMSECs, the DGs who always say yes to the minister or who always tell the governor, the project is going on. Meanwhile, the project is a white elephant project, it's a waste of resources. Are they hungry? Are they poor?
That man, look, see, let that man leave that office. You guy does not have money. There's a lot of politicians in this environment. I put the question before you. Can you mention just one that has a marketing product, a product that is world acclaimed?
So, I have John on Eagle Eye and waiting. Let me ask you very quickly. What can we do to challenge sycophancy?
That is why individual must rise up. Why do you think I'm talking like this? Because by the grace of God, I hold my side. You can't intimidate me. But if my sides were scanty, my brother, I'll be singing the praise of become a bootlegger. The only way you can solve this problem, when they are well fed, they are educated enough to know their rights, this word sycophant will not even be mentioned in our lexicon.
All right, John, do you agree that it's poverty? Now, hunger. Now they make our mommies and our daddies say yes to very silly people.
I don't think so. It's not about poverty of hunger. What I think is this: our parents have allowed some of us to be able to brainwash them in the name of being enlightened. Let me tell you, in this last election, I traveled home, and Port Harcourt to my place almost 8 hours drive. When I got to I told my mom to vote for a particular candidate, and she thought that was stupid. Yes, that she cannot vote for that my candidate. That why would she vote for that my candidate? And this is an election where my elder brother was contesting for House of Rep, which he won. He told me clearly that she was not going to vote for them. My mother is not educated, so why did she not follow me, or why did she not allow poverty to change our mentality? It's just about these politicians. They know what we want, and we know what they want. When you begin to sing these praises, then that's okay. This person has done. This person is my person. He now gives you this thing. But abuse them, criticize them correctly. They will become the enemy. I know how many times I've gone to my brother's house and challenged him that this thing he's saying is not correct. His own boys to be the ones to come and challenge me that why would I be saying such a thing to my brother? But what he's saying is not correct. So it's not about poverty or about level of education. Talk about your own self-conscience. You know that this thing you are doing is not correct. If we come out today to demonstrate that there is no NEPA, that we don't have NEPA, you know that NEPA will still go and mobilize our neighbors to protest against that protest that there is like.
It's the funniest thing that's happening in Nigeria these days. But it's not just Nigeria. All over the world it happens. You have a right to protest, yes.
I have never seen where there is a counter protest to a protest before, ever. You imagine that somebody is accusing Akpabio of sexual molestation, and women who have daughters will come out to protest that we are supporting somebody who is molesting.
It's an allegation. So wait, hold on. See, John. Once again, John, this is not just about Akpabio or about Tinubu or about Donald Trump or anybody. The question is, why do we have so many sycophants who just keep saying yes?
This is a problem. And whatever thing we do today go a long way to bind us. Let me use this state judiciary or whatever judgment. That judgment is going to bind on Nigeria maybe for eternity. Because everybody that wants to do that makes reference to it. So if somebody is being accused of doing a certain thing, and that person has not even come out to say, I did it, I did not do it, or nobody has proved that he has done it, and people now begin to mobilize to say, we support you for because they accuse you of stealing or for sexual molestation. I have never seen that or heard that anywhere in the
All right. So I'm going to share with you where it has happened several times. Now, a few years ago, no, not a few years, just over 2 decades ago, right? A very popular man, probably, arguably, one of the most popular individuals and names on this planet, was accused of child molestation, of pedophilia. Oh, yeah. Michael Jackson. Oh, yes, he was. Now, when the gist first came through, you had people who started to come out in public. He's guilty. He's guilty. He's guilty. He should go and face the courts. And then you have people who were saying, no, not Michael. He's the king of pop. He didn't do that. No. So there were arguments and there were protests for and against Michael. It happens all the time. But it's not just about protests. Once again, this is about leaders, whether they are political, whether they are religious, whether they are business leaders, whether even in your home, who seemingly, and it even goes beyond that. In fact, there's a message here, but let me read a comment from a journal I found yesterday night, right, to share with you. Let me share this very quickly. Now, listen. There were research done showing that some people would rather have a boost in self-esteem than get money or eat their favorite food or even see their favorite friend. Dr. Bushman said, they just can't stop seeking praise. It has this addictive quality. So time to build roads. Your commissioner, your minister, your governor, your president, your local government chairman will come and line up praise singers everywhere. Oh, na baba June 9 bring plantain, oh yo, echo, oh yo. He has not paid salaries, but you are praising him for building something that really has no benefit for you. No problem. This man of God has just healed this individual of over 20 years. God works for him. But there's somebody who's looking for 40,000 naira to pay school fees. He doesn't see that one. People are in some villages up north, right? Facing cholera and whatnot. The imams don't go there to try and help. No, but they tell them, give alms to those who are in the town. Because they're the ones you can see. Readily give alms. We're in Ramadan now. Christians are also fasting. They're in Lent. It's so easy to just say yes to whatever this individual says. Sometimes you have to wonder, who is demanding accountability? If you are listening to me and in your business, the people you hire are the ones who are always telling you, yes, sir. Let's expand this business to Orazi. Yes, sir. It's a good idea. Meanwhile, there's no land in Orazi for you to buy. But, yes, sir. Everywhere you go, people are just flattering politicians, flattering their leaders, even their husbands. My husband, Odogu, he has bought us a new car. Meanwhile, something else needs to be done. What do I know? What, Jude? Come off it. Charles is on the line from Elekaya. Good morning to you, Charles.
Oh, I hear you, sir.
Good morning, Charles.
Morning. Yeah. You are explicit of funny of going into comedy.
We'll try.
Okay, let's go into.
Oh, dear. Charles, please do call back. That line is not clear. Okonkwo's on the line from Rumokuta. Okonkwo, good morning to you, please.
Good morning, Brother Jude.
Good morning.
The cause of Sycophancy, number one, is poverty. Number two is hardship. Number three, the last, is suffering. Brother Jude, has it gone out from your memory? of what happened during the 2023 election, which a platform and other platforms carried all over the country, in which dollars were being given to people. And it made them to vote against that proper way that they came to the election to carry out. Have you forgotten, Brother Jim?
Interesting.
So it is poverty, hardship, and suffering. And that is why, just like my brother Zion said, they use it as perpetual weapon. If the youths, boys and girls that are more than 19 million citizens of this country, if they were to be working at the one campaign or the other, they don't think that they will come out having their gainful salaries and their big salaries. They think that they will come out and begin to protest, come out and begin to give warning, come out and begin with lots of threatening statements. But the people, the rulers, don't want to set up those companies and factories. So that they will not be closed. They will just be there working for them, causing problems and confusions in the society. The reality becomes that it is as a result of poverty, hardship, and suffering. That's why they go against their will and go into violence and different evil practices. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Okonkwo from Brumokuta. So how do we challenge this? All right. Mercy on WhatsApp says that, good morning. I do not agree that it is poverty that makes people sycophants. There are so many communities here in Nigeria and also outside this country where there's not a lot of money, but the people are content. My key word here is content. A lot of people are using their voices to sell their destinies. How does somebody steal from you, yet you herald him as the best thing after sliced bread because you want to eat sliced bread? It's not an issue of poverty. It is an issue of providence. People decide that whatever they eat and use to sleep is more important than what they can hold as tenable. We have a problem in this country, and it's a big problem. Somebody will steal tomorrow, and then his own people will tell everybody, you and I inclusive, that he is a savior of the world. Meanwhile, you and I both know he stole and it was bad for that community. We need to change. Okay. It's not poverty. This is providence. People don't have consciences. People don't have a code. It's kind of like what John Wayne said. So every man needs a code that they will live by. Maybe these sycophants don't have a code. Oh, well, no. Maybe they do have a code. Maybe the code is, let me get favor. Yes. Favor. Yes. Favor. That's it. MLK Monday says, good morning, Jude. Honestly, nobody should exempt his or herself of being a sycophant because everybody has a boss. As such, their behavior before their boss must be to gain advantage. We are all products of sycophantic behaviors, including self-sufficient people. Wow. Strong words. Emmy says, good morning, Mr. Jude. When people are saying the so-called leaders are problems, Mr. Jude, it's not so. It's this word you mentioned that's eating very deep into the human's mind, especially in this part of the world. When I was listening to late Mr. Damnabo Opobo on your station there, he said when African explorers were discovering land, when they reached mountains, they began to